Hey everybody! Okay, so today I am going to start off by using the Marc Jacobs primer, and I'm just going to rub this all over my face as usual. And then I'm going to go ahead and get started with eyes, and I'm going to be using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm going to just use my finger to dab this all over my eye and make sure that I rub it in really good. This is going to help keep our shadows in place. Then I'm going to go in with MAC Yogurt and a big fluffy brush, and I am going to just rub this all over my eyelid and really set that paint pot so we don't have any movement, and it's easier for other shadows to be blended in on top of it. Since it is a cream base, it would be a little harder to rub shadows in unless we set it. So next thing I'm going to do is use this color in Chickadee, and it is from Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to use that same fluffy brush and just not be very precise with this at all, but rub it all in my crease. This is going to give us a great transition color, and you could use Saddle or Soft Brown from MAC to kind of get the same effect, but I just chose today to use Chickadee from Makeup Geek. So the next shadow is going to be Cheer Me On from MAC, and this was actually a limited edition item, but there are similar colors at MAC that you can use, and I'm just going to use this MAC brush to get it right in my crease. Very precise. I'm not going to get this anywhere else but just right there in that crease. So I'm just going to kind of slow it down right here to show you how precise I am being. I'm not trying to get this high up on my brow bone or even low on my lid. I'm just trying to keep it right there in the crease to really define it out and give it some shape. So next I'm going to use Well Behave by MAC. I don't know why it would not focus, but I'm just going to use that same MAC brush and keep it right there in my crease. I'm going to try to use this same brush throughout the whole video for my eyes because it's just a really precise brush and it really just digs into the crease. And then so right here I'm just blending it pretty well, and once you have a little less on your brush you can start blending it into like the outer sides of your eyelid, and then also like bringing it up into your like brow bone, but that's just going to really help further blend it out. As you can see, I am kind of blurring out those edges and really blending the top. I don't want any sharp lines. Next, I'm going to take Brown Script from MAC, and if you do not have this shadow, I really suggest get it. It goes with so many different shadows, but I'm just going to keep this on the very outsides of my eyelid and right there on the crease. I just want this to be kind of the depth of where these reds are. I really think Brown Script is just such a beautiful color. It's got the more reds and browns in it, so I mean, like, just imagine all the looks that you can use this for. It is such a great shadow. Just keep blending that into the outer sides of your crease. Now I am going to go in with Black Chalk gel liner. This is from MAC, of course. I love this liner, and I'm just going to draw a line, just a straight line. You can curve it up kind of at the ends, and this is going to be for my wings. And you can see how it's coming up slightly towards the edges of my eyebrows, but just not too much. And then you want to draw a line just going over your eyelid and just fill it in. Once you get a hold of wings, they just become quicker to do, but you've really got to practice. Practice makes perfect. Okay, so I am trying out a drugstore foundation, and this is by Revlon, and it's called the Airbrush Finish Foundation. And then I'm going to use this IT Cosmetics Buffing Foundation brush. And I really liked this foundation. I was just trying it out for the first time in this video. The only thing that I really did not like about this foundation after I've used it about 3 times, I noticed that I've never had a problem with foundation just sinking into my pores, and this foundation really sunk into my pores. I don't know if it was because I used a new concealer with it, also a new powder. I'm not really sure. I'm going to give it a few more tries with different powders and see how it looks. Now I'm going to go in with this new concealer from Makeup Forever. It is the HD Concealer. And the only thing I don't like about this, I don't know if this has given me the really deep pores, but the applicator is horrible. So you have to dab it on with your fingers, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But I'm just dabbing it under my eyes and really getting it in the shape that I want it to be. And then I'm going to put some on my forehead and just a few little dots, and then I'm going to put it on my chin and then down the center of my nose. Then, like always, I'm going to use my damp beauty blender to just blend all of that out. And I even like to, after I blend it all out with the beauty blender, I like to go over the whole rest of my face and just make sure that my foundation is really set in good and really blended well. I don't want any harsh lines or anything from buffing it away. Now I'm going to go in with the MAC Emphasized Powder, and I could not wait to use this. I had just got it in the mail like 30 minutes before I filmed this. I noticed that it had some kind of sparkle in it, so be sure that you mix this with another powder that's more matte, because you for sure don't want a powder to be sparkly everywhere on your face. But I ended up mixing it with a powder from the Hourglass Ambient powder, and it's that one right there that I just showed you. And I just kind of dab this on top, but just for further reference, I started to mix them before I put them on my face. Next, I'm going to use the more warmer shade in the Ambient Light palette from Hourglass, and I'm going to use this as a bronzer. And I'm very pale, so it really does work as a bronzer for me, but on some people it would probably just work as a setting powder like I was using under my eyes, but it worked as a very fair bronzer for me, which I ended up loving. Now I'm going to go in with MAC Shadester, and I have been waiting for this powder forever, and I'm so excited that I got it. And I'm just going to use this MAC contouring brush to go ahead and start on my contouring. This powder really does not take a lot at all. As you see on this cheek, I kind of went in kind of heavily because I didn't know what to expect at first. But it just takes just a little bitty dab to start out, and then just lots of blending. Now I'm going to go in with this MAC blush in Peaches, and this is my all-time favorite blush from MAC. And I'm going to use a Sigma brush just to kind of blend this out. And this just gives you a really pretty peachy tone to your cheeks. It just gives you a natural flush. Now I'm going to go in with that middle shade in the Hourglass Ambient Light palette, and I'm going to use that as my highlighter. And I really liked this highlighter because it was not too much of a highlight where it was like so dramatic, but it was just a really pretty light to the face. Now I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and as you can see I did that off camera because that takes so much time. But here I'm just using my usual mascara from Too Faced and giving my lashes a pretty good coat of that. Make sure that you put them on the bottom lashes. Then I'm going to go in with MAC Nylon. And I'm going to just use this small brush from MAC. I'm not sure what number it is. And I'm going to put this right under the arch of my brow bone. And I have to drag it throughout the brow just so it looks blended better. And I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye. And then I'm going to put a little right there in the tear duct of my eye just so I look more awake and just refreshed. Then I'm going to go in with this new L'Oreal Infallible Lip. And I believe my color was in 815. And these are awesome, just a really pretty gloss. They don't really dry matte, but they're not sticky either. So I really love this color. And they didn't really have a lot. They were almost out at my Walgreens. So I was very happy that I got to pick this color up because it is gorgeous. I've been wearing it like crazy lately. Alright guys, that is it. Thank y'all so much for watching, and this video has been so highly requested from a lot of people. Just the red eyes, how I've been talking about in a lot of videos. I know they kind of look orange right here in this slow down, I guess you would say, but they're very red and they really make your eyes pop, and they're just beautiful colors. So please try some reds out on your eyes. You will not regret it. Thanks guys so much, and please like and subscribe. Bye guys.